Yeah, Lexie, Kelsey and Liz have both talked about the court with the shooting added this year going from like this to like this. How will that change what you need to do offensively or the approach of the team in general on that end of the floor?
I think we're just really excited to play together and see the offense thrive. We know that there's a lot of threats out there right now, so just excited to see how we all mesh and get to actually build some chemistry this year.
A lot of questions at your introductory press about being a mom and how that's changed your perspective about basketball. How has this camp gone for you now that you have that under your belt for the first time in this stage of your life?
It's so funny because, like, I feel like my first camps, it's like go to practice, go home, sleep as much as you can. Now it's like practice, all right, I got to get back home. And then I hanging out with Aaliyah for a couple hours and then, all right, got to go back to the gym. It's just a whole different world than I've ever experienced. And it's so nice to, have something that, I can practice finishes. I do what I need to do, and then I go home, and like that is then my world and my focus. So it's been cool to have that different perspective on it.
In practice, did it take for people yelling Aaliyah for you not to reflex at all?
It was definitely the first couple of days. I was like, oh, this is gonna take a second, but I've figured it out.
What stands out to you about this team compared to other groups you've been with in your career so far?
I think just the actual amount of like fun we have as a group, but as well as everyone's eager to learn and everyone does everything that we need to do it. No one's trying to do their own thing. Like we're all fitting together. We're all trying to follow what Coach Side says, and we're really buying into it. And that's something that has been cool to see in those first couple of days.
Got Mike in the front.
Thanks. Katie Lou, when you were drafted, you probably couldn't have guessed a lot of the twists and turns you've been through. Your older sister's been through a lot of that too. How much have the two of you just talked about how the basketball journey doesn't always take the path that you think, but you have to kind of keep plugging away at it?
Yeah, I think, we've both been in a lot of different situations, and our own journeys have been very different, but we've fought and, established ourselves in this league in the way that we can. And I think the biggest thing is that we always tell each other when one of us is feeling stressed or getting down about it is like, we're happy to be here. Every day to play, every day to be in the league, that's a good day and that's a fun day. So playing basketball is supposed to be fun. It's what we love to do. Like we fought our whole lives to get here and now we get to play as our career, as a job. That's something that we both have just really embraced, and that's the first thing that we'll remind each other when things might not be going well or things are down. It's like we're happy and we're grateful to be in the position we are. Like this is the dream.
I could ask a follow-up. We've talked a lot today about the court spreading out because of the three-point shooters. When you have a Kelsey Mitchell and a Caitlin Clark and yourself and other three-point shooters, does it almost become contagious in a good way that you have so many, very, very accomplished three-point shooters out on the court?
Yeah, I think we've shot the ball well as a team overall in these first few days of camp. We've definitely, leaned into getting the ball inside, and then when we're double teamed, we've been kicking it out and we've been hitting shots. So it's been a lot of fun, and we've definitely been playing, the right way with spreading the floor.
Lou, go ahead.
For Lexie, in the off season, Ryan would send out announcements every week about appearances made by people on the Fever, and you seem to be on that list a lot. So I wonder how your off season was in terms of making those appearances. Did you have a particular one or two that were more fun than others? And how was it to be on call and traveling and mingling with fans like that?
Yeah, I think, it's a great opportunity that the W allows players to stay and market. And I think for me, being able to not only stay and go out in the community, it was a great opportunity to work out with the coaches. So kind of like it was a win-win basketball-wise, but then also the community-wise. It's so awesome to meet fans from all over the state of Indiana. We went to countless high school games, got to meet, some people that haven't heard of the Fever. And so getting to introduce them to the WNBA, introduce them to players on our team, it's a great opportunity, and so grateful that I was able to do that and met some really great people, hopefully to see them in Gamebridge this year.
Great work, Lex. Clay on the right there, third row. Whoever has a microphone, can we get that over to him? Thank you, everybody.
Lexie, you drew a lot of the tougher defensive assignments last year. How did you go into the offseason trying to build off of that, especially with, Team USA and whatnot and the 3-on-3? How did, that continue to help add to that element of your game?
Yeah, I definitely take pride in my defense. And 3-on-3 specifically is a whole nother beast defensively because you're guarding a variety of types of players, fast, physical. The whole game itself is so fun. So being able to lock in and take every possession during that experience was really helpful for, I think, my game. But then also playing Athletes Unlimited, getting to play against other players in the WNBA, other great basketball players who play professionally overseas. I think just being able to play against high-level players helps my defense get better.
Got two on Zoom. Blake, you want to start? Almost there. Still on mute, Blake. There we
yes, question for both of y'all. Lexie, you're known as a great defender. How does it feel that you get to chase around Caitlin Clark?
Whoever
Yeah.
wants to start.
I mean, she's a great offensive player. I think everyone can see that. So getting to play against her every day in practice, it's great just for every part of our team. She's risen the level of competition, so it's great to try to chase her around, chase over screens, contest her threes. So it's been great so far. Excited to see how she does this year.
Blue, anything to add?
And Katie, you're known as a great shooter. How does it? What are you thinking when you get to play with all these players like Caitlin and Kelsey and Aaliyah and Alyssa?
Yeah, it's awesome. I actually have only gotten to play with the majority or everyone on the team just through USA opportunities and camps, and so actually being out and practicing with them every single day it's been awesome. We have such a young group, and then we're running a lot, we're pushing the pace. Like, it's a lot of fun to be out there, and everyone can shine on a different day, and so that's what makes it so fun. It's like we have a lot of versatility.
Sean, go ahead on Zoom.
Katie Lou, general question. How has motherhood changed you, and have you gotten your daughter all of her fever gear so she's ready for opening night?
Yeah, we're working on that. We're still getting the fever gear going, but I have one that's just way too big for her, so we got to work on that. But it's been awesome. Becoming a mom has been the best thing I've ever done in my life, and seeing her grow and being responsible for taking care of her every single day and helping her mold her into the human she's going to be has been just such a blessing in my life, and it really puts things in perspective that might have bothered me before, might have been worried about, seems so small now, and I just want her to see me doing amazing things, playing the game I love, and for her to be in this atmosphere. I know she's only 8 months old, but like to be around all these strong women and just continuously see different people, different types of people, like it's just, you can't ask for more as a mom, and I'm really excited for her to be around all season and just hopefully have her here when for the games. You'll see.
Anybody else? Mike got one more. I don't know where the mic is there in the back. Okay.
Lex, I wonder if you could talk about just how much you have to learn as a guard specifically at the level. I asked Erica about that. She's had a lot more years, but you're close to your rookie year. So what are some of the biggest things you have to learn from that position specifically?
I think with this league, you're playing with and against really smart basketball players, and every game trying to outsmart the other team is a goal. And I think you really have to learn how to rely on the scout and what your coaches are telling you to do, because in a game we could be guarding one guard one way, and then 30 seconds later you're going over a screen guarding it a different way. So there's just a lot of, you have to be so on your toes and locked into every possession, because in order to be successful in this league, you can't take any plays off. Winning games is really hard, and I think that's something that in college you can kind of like take some practices off, take some days off, and you'll be fine because you're that much more talented than some of the teams you're playing. But in the pros, every team, every player is so, so good. So you really just can't take any moment for granted. And I think that's something that we're so excited about with this year is everyone's so locked in. Even the littlest things in practice, people are so excited for. So just so excited for the year.
If I could just follow up with that, specifically, the leadership of people like Kelsey Mitchell and Erica Wheeler, how did that help you as a young player?
You have to be such a sponge coming into the league, and to be able to soak up knowledge from players that have been successful is so huge. So the leadership of all the vets, and even like having Katie Lou come in, who's been in the league longer, being able to learn from her, learn from the people that have gone through the process, is such an awesome opportunity.